Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming tenants in 71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the Chicago Bears. Brandon Gaudin joined as always by Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Bears in this one. Their run game has proven superior so far this season, but that could change this week because now they face the best defensive front in the NFL. It won't be easy for them, Charles, to let that ground game do the heavy lifting like they usually do.
I think you're right about that, and I'll guarantee they have a backup plan in place. I also don't think they want to shy away from what they do best, which is running the football. Maybe their style changes a little bit. Maybe the blocking scheme's different, but they're definitely going to test them in the run game before they abandon it.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. So here are the Bears backed up to start their initial drive. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And he made both sides happy last week, didn't he?
Yeah, 3 and 3.
I mean, his guys, they caught 3 touchdown passes, but he threw 3 interceptions. Got to get off of that schneid and get back to just throwing touchdown passes and taking care of the ball better.
Herbert to throw right away. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down. First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Herbert on first down now. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And this will be a Bears first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game that will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Walker now on 1st and 10. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is third down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Herbert. He finds Corey Davis. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, it's Walker. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
Now Herbert, that to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's 2nd down. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Boswell's kick is good, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
So here are the Panthers under head coach Matt Rule. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. Throwing on first down. Bonds. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards short of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard. That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Bears are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They'll have good field position at midfield following the turnover as they start with a first down here. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the 50, here's Herbert. He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to Walker on 1st down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Option play, and they'll give to Walker. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. They run again with Walker, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now, Herbert. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Now it's Herbert. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference. I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Coming left, it's Ingram. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down, Bonds. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards, the final tally.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Operating from the gun, Bonds. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Back to the running game. It's Ingram. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He finds his man, complete. That's Greer. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
They go play action here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Devondre Campbell, nice play to get in there and drop him. Well, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, and this time he's going to come from the middle linebacker, because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
And the ball is knocked out, and this is picked up by the Bears.
The start of this game has me doing flashbacks and remembering when I was playing and seeing a similar start and seeing the head coach actually take a timeout and gather the whole team around him and tell him everybody to get it together. Let's get some focus going here, because maybe he just sensed that maybe the whole team wasn't ready to play.
Yeah, well, they've gone interception, now fumble. Now Herbert following the turnover. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down. Give to Walker on the read option, and he stopped immediately there. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers, he's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. That's taken on the 25. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
So here are the Bears to take over on offense. Trying to erase the memory of last week when they dropped one to the Minnesota Vikings. They're in the driver's seat right now with the lead. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Option play, and they'll give to Walker. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out.
Touchdown, Bears! Irv Smith Jr., his 4th touchdown on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the offense for the Panthers here, getting the football back. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Bonds. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bears take over. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On the option right, Herbert. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Herbert now. And that is incomplete. Here's Jack Fox now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw again. Going to the right here and finding Burks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll find Gabriel Davis. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line. They'll look to throw again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Bonds. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Bonds. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Now maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least they have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And we'll see how much they want to push things, leading already here 10-3. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. Boswell's kick is good, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And the Panthers ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Logan Hall fighting through and dropping him for the sack.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big...
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Bonds got his man complete over the middle. That's Watkins. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Off the play fake. Bonds. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. They're running. Ingram. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Ingram. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Looking to throw on second down. Bonds. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot in the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
Here's Walker to start the drive. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Off the option, it's Edwards-Helaire. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Give to Walker on the read option. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. An injury stoppage here, and that's Marquise Brown, who appears to be shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Bonds. Flushed out right. Julian O'Quarr. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Bonds. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the tackle, defense.
So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can ill afford to have anything happen to him if they want to accomplish their goals.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle, Ingram. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Bonds. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Bonds. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Over the middle, complete. It's Davis. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Ingram again. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 24. From the gun on 3rd down. Bonds. And he fires one, but incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Ingram at tailback. He's got it running left. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Bonds. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Panthers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
They'll look to run with Ingram. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And again, it's Ingram. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Bonds. Touchdown! A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, he is such a matchup nightmare down near the goal line, CD, and another example right there on that play for the touchdown.
It's borderline impossible to defend this guy because that kind of size, he can still get out and run a crisp route, and he has excellent hands. Even if you stick with him, all the quarterback has to do is lob it up, and he can win almost any jump ball.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead down to 3 at 13-10. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. On 1st down, Justin Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's Brewer. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And that one results in 35 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. And his throw here's incomplete. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 2nd and 10, Herbert. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, it's Herbert. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. 2nd down and 3. To the air again. Herbert completes this one to Pickens. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses is super.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Ken Walker, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Boswell good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Throwing to start the drive. Bonds. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 40. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 right at the 40. Operating from the gun, Bonds. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Bonds. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They give to Ingram up the middle. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. And a 20th carry now for Ingram. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Looking to throw. Bonds. That is caught inside the 5. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Ingram will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. They'll try and run. Ingram. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Panthers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So that one, a 13-play drive in total. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. Coming left, it's Ingram. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now a handoff to Ingram. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Touchdown, Panthers! From 6 yards away. And the Panthers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect a lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day one of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Complete. Smith has it. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. This one goes underneath to Walker. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Herbert setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Herbert. And that is incomplete. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Herbert going to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. Uncorks one for Davis. And incomplete on the deep ball. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses that are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. It's a give to the right. Ingram. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Panthers, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Chicago, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as